Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Good morning. And today promises to be a very interesting day. We have banner news, headline news, which is that Eli Lilly is going to buy gene editing biotech Verve for 1.3 billion. And this is a very interesting situation, especially for genomic investors. So this is going to be the highlight for today for most of the investors in our channel who are looking at genomic investment. The overall value of the deal was around $1.3 billion. It represents more than 100% premium over Verve's average trading price in the last month. The offer is $10.50 per share in cash. And right now in pre-market, the share price has already gone past 10.50. So everybody is piling on to the stock right now. And there is some more incentive available for stock buyers. If Eli Lilly manages to get Verve to finish phase 3 by 10 years and get an approval, there's additional money to be made for the holders of the stock. So that's generally the gist. I've made a separate video on that. I'll be publishing it very shortly, maybe an hour after the live stream is over. So please watch out for that. And yeah, that's the major news for today, especially for genomics guys. And this has got implications for other shares also that we have in our watch list, like Editas and Beam and so many others. Now, one of the major highlights today is the Israel-Iran conflict. And Trump has left G7 summit early. And elsewhere, I saw a report which says Trump wants a lasting solution, not just a postponement. And I agree, because the idea of having a ceasefire just pushes the conflict can down the road. So probably we can have a resolution once and for all, but that basically means we are going to have a lot of volatility today as this escalates, and also there could be some nuclear fallout. So we have to watch out for the market being quite volatile today. Yesterday's gains may be given up. That I think is the major aspect. Now, there's another headline out here which says targeted cancer drugs may replace chemo for some patients, and drug makers say they are getting close. Now, this, when you read along with the action by Eli Lilly to acquire Verve Therapeutics, gives you an idea that there are a lot of genomic companies which are working on CAR-T therapies, and those companies could probably be a potential takeover target. So I'll be talking about this more in individual videos, because right now it is the live stream for pre-market. But watch out for these videos in the near future, maybe in the next day or two. I'm just taking a quick look at this article. Companies such as AstraZeneca, Daiichi Sankyo, Pfizer, Merck, and GSK are learning from previous setbacks in the ADC space to develop drugs that improve efficacy and reduce side effects. So there are a lot of genomic companies which are already making good progress out here. We have CRISPR Therapeutics with a bunch of CAR-T therapies. And these guys are talking about antibody drug conjugates. But I think given the recent action by Eli Lilly, many other genomic companies with CAR-T and allergenic CAR-T and conditioning agents, all of those could become a really good target. That said, let's go on and have a look at what's happening with our TradingView platform. I'll just change the view into a single pane. Let's look at S&P 500. This is a 3-minute chart, so I'm going to change over to the 1-day chart so that we can see where we are. As you can see, in the past, this diagonal line of resistance has held up for us. And yesterday, there was this feeling that Israel and Iran war is going to subside. There'll be some ceasefire or something. And therefore, the stock market went up. But the recent signals are that Israel is going to take this to the very end, and Trump seems to be supportive of that. So the market has dropped below this diagonal line. A 9-day exponential moving average at around 6,024 is the actual support right now for S&P 500. If it drops below that, then the 21-day at 5,956.78 is the next support. We also have the bearish divergence, which we have to account for. And probably this could be the turning point. One doesn't know. One never knows. And then we have NASDAQ, which is also down below the diagonal line of support, which we broke yesterday. Again, the same thing that I told for S&P 500 holds true for the NASDAQ. And also we have the bearish divergence to account for, which continues to say that, guys, something is wrong. And the bullishness may not be fully justified. So that's what we are looking at out here. Dollar index has also taken a fall by 0.02%, and it's coming very close to this horizontal line of support at around 97.28. So that's going to be the support for today. And we already had the reverse head and shoulder target of around 96.42. I think we are moving towards that. And MACD and momentum, everything is weak, and sentiment is also bearish. Now, if you look at the 10-year yields, 10-year yields are coming down thanks to the war. There is a flight to safety, and therefore we are seeing the 10-year yields coming down. And likewise, 20 years and 30-year yield are also coming down. This is good for the stock market because money will now get into the stock market, and we'll be seeing those actions happening in short order, because once the stress comes in, like if you saw the day before yesterday, we had the news that there is going to be a stalemate, there is going to be some kind of peace talks and some kind of truce happening. So we saw a jump out there. And today we have the news that it's going to escalate. So sometime or the other, this war has to finish, and as things start escalating very quickly, they will also come down, because either the objective has been achieved or the losses are not acceptable, and everybody comes to their senses and decides that we have to wind down. So look forward to a jump back up again, and that's what I meant when I said that when we look at the 10-year yield, it will again go back up again. So that's what I'm talking about, because as soon as that immediate shiny object goes away, attention will revert back to the fact that US has got 32 trillions of debt, and their big beautiful budget increases the deficit by around 4.2 trillion. So when all of those things come back into visibility again, things will start moving up for the yield. So that's what I would say. Now let's look at gold. What's happening with gold? Where is gold? Gold will be in the futures list. So let's look at the futures or indicators. Here you go. So we have gold out here. Gold is up 0.20%. It's even though it breached the neckline, it did not take up for the target of 3,725, but probably today it will get the opportunity to move back up again, because the green was cancelled by the red, and we have a little bit of green today. We could build upon that. I'll try to pick up a little bit of GND in my Canadian side. Let's go on to look at S&P 500. S&P 500, we left yesterday just below this diagonal line of resistance, and we are still under it. And by the looks of it, when we open this morning, we are going to be below this diagonal line of support, which was a support for yesterday. So for us today, this diagonal line of support is going to become a resistance at 6,012, and our support is going to be the 21-day exponential moving average, which is at 5,932.02. And if you look at NASDAQ, we are looking at, again, the bearish divergence, which we saw in the S&P 500 as well, which is one of the main points to keep track of. And also, we are likely to find the 9-day exponential and the 21-day exponential to be the supports. The 21-day is at 21,433, which is going to be the ultimate support, followed by this huge area of support, which begins at around 21,383 and goes all the way up to 21,241.39. So that's a huge area of support. Of course, the bearish divergence also has to play in. Now, VIX is up 6.28% because of the war. factor, and when the VIX goes up, and then we see that the dollar the dollar index also moves, it moves down, and gold goes up. And we also see that the stock market goes down. So all those dynamics are at play. So now we have to look forward to what happens with the Israel and Iran war. And if it starts cooling down, the attention will immediately go on back to the big, beautiful bill and the budget deficits. So that's the way I see it. If you have got another way of looking at it, please put it in the comment section. It will be very interesting to see what you have in mind. And let's go on and have a look at QQQ and see what's happening. QQQ is down 0.55% in pre-market trading. That's an indicator that the market is going to open up red. And if you look at put call ratio, it's almost neutral. It's at 0.90, which is almost neutral. Now let's go on and have a look at our AI stocks. NVDA is up 0.05% in pre-market trade. Pretty strong stock indeed. It's trying to defy the market. Overall, Meta is down 0.37, and we have Google, which is down 0.88%. Amazon is down 0.94%. Apple is down 0.41%. Microsoft is down 0.95%. Tesla is down 0.82%. Oracle is down 0.70%. AMD is up 0.70%. So semiconductor sector is doing extremely well despite all these war clouds gathering. Could be also because AI will be used in battles going forward. And we also have news that ChatGPT got an order from Department of Defense for, I think, $200 million or something. So that's again a big news, which shows AI is in favor even in this environment. Maybe that's the reason why AMD is also going up. SMCI is down 0.64%. Broadcom is down 0.64%. Palantir is up 0.54%. Again, Palantir is used by the government and it's still going very strong. I wish I had not sold off the Palantir that I had, but I'm highly risk averse. SMH is down 0.31%. I think this has got to pick up in short order because NVIDIA and AMD are all going up, but the rest of the semiconductors are down. We'll see what happens when the market opens. Tempus AI is down 1.26%. And then, of course, we are looking at ASML, which is down 1.49%. ARM Holding is down for around 0.37%. And if we look at Rigetti, which is our quantum computing area, it's down 1.23%. SMR is up 3.79% because it will give power supply to the AI industry. It's still up. It's doing very well indeed. And then, of course, we have AV, the drone company, which is slightly up 0.39%. I expect it to do well given the global conflicts that we are seeing. So those are the stocks that I wanted to talk about today. And let's go on and have a look at genomics, which is again a hot area this morning, and we'll start with the star of the show, Verve. As you can see, Verve is up 76.56% in pre-market trades. It has jumped from 6.27 as of close of business yesterday to 11.07 in pre-market trading. So there's a huge jump. And in fact, the jump is so high that you can't even see in the charts. We have broken through all the things that we thought would take us months to break through. We have gone past 8.68, which should have been the resistance. We are all the way up. Now, after this, there could be a little bit of selling off to take profits because there are a lot of people who bought stock below the price of 11.08 who will be looking at a huge amount of profits because we had a gap down. If you recollect, we had a gap down from 1st of April where we dropped from 12.84 all the way down to somewhere around, I think, 8.38. So those people, they have PTSD out there. And when they see these kind of gains, they are most likely to sell off and take the profits. So when the market opens, don't be surprised if you see that after the stock price goes up, there's a little bit of selling pressure out there. It's because people have been holding on to loss-making positions for a long period of time. And when they see an opportunity to take profits, they're going to take profits. So that said, let's look at Prime. Prime is up 16.67%. Intelia is up 13.28%. You can see the effect of Verve on the entire genomic sector so far. Caribou is up 5.36%. Beam Therapeutics is up 6.44%. Please note, the overall market is down. So this is exactly, I think, the Eli Lilly takeover of Verve effect. So you see a huge jump out here. Altimmune is up 0.44%. I would have thought Altimmune will move much more because of pemvidutide, but we are not seeing as much for Altimmune. Then we have Editas, which is up 10.19%. Illumina is down 0.11%. CRISPR Therapeutics is up 2.21%. Allogene is down 0.73%. Rail is down 0.5%. PSAB is down 1.45%. RG is down 0.04%. Vertex is down 0.07%. Ginkgo Bioworks down 1.64%. Unicure down 0.20%. IMTX up 1.64%. And Precigen is up 3.90%. So this is all we have with regard to the overall genomics market. I also have shares of Eli Lilly, which is down 0.62% because it's the bigger partner. It is taking over. And also I have this regression channel, which I'm monitoring, which indicates to me that as we move further away from the center, the pull towards the center is going to be stronger. We'll see what happens when the market opens today. Sentiment is still bullish. MACD is also bullish. Momentum is above average. So we'll see how things go on when the market opens. But this is where we are as the market opens today. And apart from this, I think I would like to have a just quick look at Bitcoin, and just to see what Bitcoin does in this kind of a situation. With the war in place and the market going down, is it going to behave like a risk asset? Or so we can see that Bitcoin is also down 1.14%. So basically what we are finding out here is that Bitcoin is more aligned with the overall market, stock market, rather than acting as a store of value during times of risk. You can clearly see that gold has been going up, and when the risk comes in, gold seems to be going up. And also we have got another news article which says gold outshines treasuries, yen, and Swiss franc as the ultimate safe haven. So I'll be talking about these things all in separate videos. But at this point of time, the only improvement I'm seeing in gold is because the dollar has gone down. But we should be seeing more because the technical signs are there for gold to go all the way up to somewhere around, in my opinion, 3,729. So I'm going to be signing off very soon and going on to buy gold in one of my portfolios, just to ride up for a short term. It's not going to be a long-term purchase because there is plenty of opportunity out here, in my opinion. And I'm going to work towards that. And also another thing that I have noted is that whenever you have a steep rise followed by a drop, I think if it goes down, that means we are looking at a bull flag. If it comes all the way beyond 50% of the bull channel, then it's a bear channel. However, if you find a situation where the stock price goes up and it continues to go up in a curving manner, let me show you what I mean. So the stock price went up, and this was supposed to be a bull channel, but then it changed course and it went up again, which means the channel that formed was a kind of a bullish channel. It was not a bull flag, so it then came down. As long as that doesn't happen, we are good. At this point of time, I'm seeing that we have dipped a little bit. So this is kind of a bull flag kind of a pattern. So the chances of us tracking back into 3728 starts to emerge once again. So I'll be watching that. And if I'm going to buy, say, 100 units of a gold ETF, I'll buy only 50 and wait for it to go up further before I buy the next 50. That's my strategy. I'd like to hear from you guys what you think, and whether you're going to, you're planning to buy any gold at all. So please let me know in the comment section. So apart from this, what do I have out here? Let me go and have a look at the news. This is the news I was talking about. OpenAI wins $200 million US defense contract. This is also going to be good for the AI sector, and we are seeing that with NVDA and AMD doing pretty good today. And what else do we have here? targeted cancer drugs. I already spoken about that. A video is coming up for a detailed discussion about the companies in our genomic watch list which could fit the bill for a takeover. And what else do we have here? US and UK announced a trade deal, but still imports unresolved. So everything that happens with this administration is very volatile. We had around, I think, a week ago or 10 days ago, Trump saying that they have signed a deal with UK, and then UK sent out a tweet saying that it's a memorandum of understanding or understanding to arrive upon a deal. So I don't know whether this deal is complete or it has got some issues out there. Because if automobile exports happen from UK to the US and the automobiles contain steel, then there will be a steel tariff on that. So I don't know how those things are going to work out. So we have to watch out and see what the details are. And that will again be something that determines what happens to the automobile stocks and what happens to British stocks listed in the US stock exchanges. So that said, what else do we have? Apple shares at an inflection point. That's about it. I think that's all there is to it, my friends. I think I'd like to go back and have my breakfast and probably do a little bit of pre-market purchase of gold stocks. And I wish you all the very best in the markets today. And with that, my friends, I would like to say bye for now. Take care.